carry the tribe now. Narjak. Narjak has spoken. Slowly, Akrog looked. Shield the tribe, and shield Noag. Those were Chieftain Narjak's last words to his cub Akrog after a ballista bolt from the Tusk Hunters pierced right through his chest. Fabled warrior, leader of the Moonkin Trolls, last of the mythical firstborn, killed by elven poachers. It was not only Narjak's heart the bolt impaled that day, but also that of the Moonkin tribe, weakened by the terrible blood-rot plague and decimated by the hunters. They had long been struggling for survival. With their mighty chieftain gone, the last ray of hope still shining was Noag, Akrog's younger sibling who had inherited Narjak's legendary power. The chieftain's wish for Akrog to succeed him surprised many kin, but it surprised Akrog most of all. True, he was a strong and honorable warrior, but far from the Moonkin's best. All he had was the peculiar gift to hear the voices of the dead, and an iron will to do right by his sire's last words. Was he ready for this? He could not say. Yet when the tribe demands, a troll must bow. And so Akrog found himself giving his first command as a chieftain to be. The Moonkin would travel to Mugwa's cradle, a shrine guarded by the Bonekin Trolls, to perform the devouring, the sacred ritual where the new chieftain consumed the old chieftain's heart to take up his role. This story begins the day the Bruised tribe arrived at the cradle, where Akrog, joined by his mentor Grunwar and his trusted one Zaska, ventured out to find a holy plant for the ritual, Mugwar's tear. Little did Akrog know that the true trial of the Moonkin Trolls had just begun. No matter what the Trolls may think of Chieftain Akrog, trust not the foul tusks who say he had everything given to him on a moon silver platter, all because his sire was chieftain before him. Oh no, little cubs. The hunger, the blood rot, the hunters. The Moonkin had become but a shadow, and in the span of a day, it became Akrog's calling to lead them back to Mugwa's light.
Are these the one?
Mugwa's tears, the sacred plants.
Pity she always cries in hard-to-reach places. It was a rotten pain to get here.
One blew Akrog to embalm the chieftain's corpse for the devouring. Harm not the others.
Akrog has a question. If the blooms are so powerful, perhaps they could help with the blood.
Akrog's sire said the same.
He said that? When?
Oh, hundreds of moons ago. The eyes picked 3 blooms, and Shepherd Crumb brewed a potion from them. But it helped not.
Worse.
The hex power of the blooms is too strong. even for a troll's flesh.
Akrog remembers hearing that the Brittlebones use these blooms too, no? The sharp-eared ones.
The elves, it is true. They call them Lenya, and greedily tear them from the soil to use for their hexes. Typical lightling ways, if Grungwar is asked. They think themselves so much
All right.
and it is done.
Back to the cradle then. Before the big little oaf Noag goes mad with worry, thinking they tumbled off a cliff.
Let them march back. They have lost too much.
Wait, before they leave, Grungwar, well,
What for?
no. It is... The Moonkin have been running for so long, Chieftain. Grungwar dreams that one day they will find a true home somewhere. A tribe camp to last, so to speak.
Fine. Grungwar can pick it.
Grungwar thanks the Chieftain. He...
There, old fur. His precious little bloom.
Zaska should not have done that. The blooms are sacred.
Well, Zaska just did, and he still stands here, looking as good as ever. Now, how about they leave this place?
Fine. Back to the cradle, then.
Can Zaska help?
That man's plan from the start.
What?
Is trusted one all right?
He is. And it is open. Strange.
Maybe Zaramak could learn a thing or two from these ruins.
Brittle bone craftsmanship never brings anything good.
What now? More trouble?
It is like the other one, but the stick is missing. What is this? This one.
Let Grungwar take a closer look.
Let Akrog see. That should work.
This looks interesting. What on?
Easy.
This way?
This looks interesting. Let Grungwar take a closer look.
Bugs, careful!
The blood for the tribe! They must want curse. Destroy them!
Dead. Pretty.
He is on his way.
What is that?
this. The Moonkin cannot go through here.
True. But there is a hex stone. If they can kindle the...
There they are. Trusted one, Nurbok One-Eye. What is he doing here?
Looking for them. The fat Bonekin chieftain was getting worried.
The tears were harder to find than they thought.
Cub Akrog, Nurbok will tell him one more time. The Moonkin should break off the devouring and move on. If they stay in this clearing for too long, the hunters will come for them.
Nurbok, they talked about this. The chieftain must be devoured, so Magua can pass on his power to the chosen chieftain. Narjok would want...
What Narjok would want is for the tribe to survive. But Nurbok has said his piece. It is clear the tribe would rather listen to a fresh tusk cobbling who hears voices in the wind.
The eyes have not seen hunters for 6 sundowns now.
The tribe is always in danger, and they will never be safe. Not as long as the tusk hunters are out there. Not as long as the blood rot takes warrior after warrior and kills their cubs before they are born. Not as long as there is never enough to eat.
A true ray of sunshine.
No one asked for Small Tusk's opinion.
Sire Narjak was the last firstborn of the trolls and the greatest chieftain there ever was. He deserves to leave this world with honor.
Zazka could not agree more.
If everyone got what they deserved, every worker would have their own iron beak. Make no mistake, Nurbok treasured Narjak like he treasures Grungwar. But Narjak was a great chieftain because he put others first. Surely Akrog knows that, after what his sire did for Nurbok and Akrog both.
Akrog knows, Nurbok. But what honor have the trolls left if they let these rotten brittle bones crush even their most sacred traditions? Now, can Nurbok kindle the hex stone?
He can. Oh, and Zaska Small Tusk?
What?
Nurbok knows the Small Tusk has been scheming. He will keep an eye on him.
Then how will he see where he is going?
What is Nurbok talking about? About Zazka scheming?
Scheming makes it sound very bad. He will tell Trusted One Akrog after the devouring.
Kin should not have secrets from each other, Zaska.
And Grungwar would know all about that, no?
Can Zaska help?
What is this?
What on Urgath?
What is Agrog waiting for? They need to bring the tears to the Bonekin.
That bear. Nurbok crushed?
Nurbok crushed it, but it was already hurt when he came here.
Maybe a Bonekin hunter killed it then.
Or a brittle bone.
Anuk's eyes have scouted the jungle. They say there is no one in sight, neither Brittlebone nor Greenskin.
True. Well, it will be a good meal for the ill and wounded. Nurbok will take it back to the tribe.
A wise idea. Best ask Crumb who needs it most.
Why would Nurbok accuse that?
Ask him himself. The Small Tusk is dead.
And he was about to say the same thing. Akrog, Zazka will tell him after the devouring. Now is not the time.
Fine. Akrog will leave now. Will Nurbok join the devouring?
He will. But there is something else he has to look into first.
Sharp tusks and thick hide, then.
If he insists.
Grunwald will go there.
Probably. Head towards certain doom. Sure, why not?
They will regret this.
Even the worms were not even...
May Magua guide his hands.
It works better than it tastes.
Mugwa can help. Let Grungwa take a closer look.
Something about this jungle always makes Akrog's hide crawl.
The blood drop in the cradle. It is full of Mugwa's power, making life and plants flourish all around it.
Pity all that power does beak shit to keep the hunters and slavers away.
Is something wrong, Zaska?
No, of course not. Going now. Let Zaska get a proper look.
You will lead the way.
Moving on. What is that?
By the holy hide, if it is not chosen chieftain Akrog Blood Hexer. Cabrax was about to ask the bones if something happened to them. Chieftain Cabrax, Mugwa prays. It is true, finding the tears was harder than they thought. The Brittlebone ruin was swarming with bugs. Good for the tears, bad for the many Brittlebone treasure hunters who searched them. Ha! Come, show him. Ah, good. Very good. Mugwa will be pleased. Now all they need is a tooth.
A sacred pierce stick. The Bonekin have none of their own.
Oh, of course they do. But the Moonkin will need to shape their own for their sacrifice. Speaking of the sacrifice, has the Moonkin's bloodgiver arrived yet? Anuk? When Akrog left to find the tears, the Moonkin Eye Master said he could not be found. Oh, he has arrived, it is true, a few hours ago. He wanted to be alone with his prayers, though, so Cabrax let him and his trusted one into the shrine. Cabrax understands, of course. Being a bloodgiver is a great honor, but it may not feel that way right now. Are the sacrifices truly necessary? The Moonkin have lost so many kin already, especially after the last hunter attack. It feels like a sin to kill another, even for the devouring. Cabrax understands, Akrog. But without the blood sacrifice, the Bone King cannot summon Mugwa's cub, and without the cub as a river for her hex power, they cannot give the chieftain's power to the chosen chieftain. It is a great price, but a troll must pay it. Akrog still understands not why the bones chose Anuk. The Moonkin need all the healers they can get, and his trusted one will be crushed.
Grungwa told Akrog, the bones are the will of Mugwa, and when she decides, the kin obeys.
Elder Grungwa said it, but Cabrax will speak long prayers for his trusted one.
Oh, splendid. That solves the problem.
Zaska, show respect.
Akrog understands. He will talk to him once Cabrax allows them into the shrine. Akrog should. It's Ka, the Bonekin Bloodgiver, would like to speak with him too, but they will cross that swamp when they come to it. How can they shape a tooth? Grungwar said it. It is a sacred weapon. Just like how the Moonkin shape their other weapons. All Akrog must do is find a hexed brittlebone weapon, scrap it, then have the Moonkin Master Scrapper use the parts to shape the tooth. Where can they find a hexed brittlebone weapon, though? Oh, there are many places in this jungle. But Cabrax believes he heard the Moonkin's Master Scrapper, Zaramuk, speak of a brittlebone hideout up north.
His name is Zeramak. But good, Akrog
Is that a moonkin saying? Ah, Cabrex likes it. Sharp tusks and thick hide.
Ready for action.
all right. To the tribe camp.
They should look for Noag too. Let them hope he has done nothing silly.
They will. He is go. What is it that Warrior Nog needs?
Well, he feel foolish to ask.
Just speak.
Well, Tamer Julog, he say anything about Nog?
Like what?
Well, there is no good way to say it. Talag, Julog's trusted one. Nog there when hunters kill him.
Talig. Akrog remembers. That was many moons ago, was it not?
It is true, but Nog still remembers all too clearly. Talag fight like a true warrior, and Nog by his side. But then the hunters get too many, and Nog gets scared and run. He even hear Talag scream as the hunter untusk him and... Well, no matter. Nog want to ask Akrog if Julog would forgive him if he apologized for leaving Talag. Akrog has the gift of spirit, so he can know thoughts of the tribe, no?
I'm sorry. Akrog cannot read thoughts.
No? But he is blessed by Mugwa, and...
All the gift of spirits does is make him sleep badly and hear voices in the wind. But sometimes he wishes he could read thoughts. It would make things easier. Especially now that he is about to be chieftain. Nog should just tell Julog he is sorry after the devouring. Let Julog decide whether to forgive him or not.
Nog see. Akrog is right. He must ask and hope for the best. Sometimes that is all a troll can do.
Nog speaks true. Now sharp tusks and thick hide. Akrog must prepare the devouring.
Sharp tusks and thick hide.
Akrog is ready.
This looks it.
What?
Oh, chosen chieftain Elder Grafer. Mugwa praise.
Magua praise. Hello to Julog too.
Are the beaks well?
Well, most are, but Zekiel and Urax starve. Crumb gave them some herbs against hunger, but they are still restless. How goes the devouring? The sooner the Moonkin can move on, the better.
They are still preparing it. Sharp tusks and thick hide, Julog.
Sharp tusks and thick hide.
He is going. Come on, Krazik. He is strong. He can beat this.
Interesting. Ah, Grorek. It is good to see him. Grorek.
Oh, sorry. Chosen chieftain must excuse Grorak.
No need to be excused. But how is Krazik? Is he showing signs of healing?
Not yet, chosen chieftain. Krazik still has a fever, made worse by the blood rot. For now, the old fool slumbers.
A curse on the blood rot. Akrog thinks he has not seen Krazik sleep before.
He looks so peaceful, no? He still farts as much as ever, though. Grorek thinks that must be a good sign.
Let us hope so. Is his sickness so serious?
Grorag hopes not.
It is kind of Grorag.
It is no trouble. He would do the same for Grorag.
Krazek is fortunate to have Grorag here with him.
Grorag thanks the chosen chieftain.
What is this?
There. How feels he now?
Better. Speak true, Crumb. Warrior Hikrak, he died.
The brittle-bone stab stick missed the heart. In a few sundowns, he will walk again.
Good. Good.
Elder Grongwar, chosen chieftain Akrog, hunters Aska, Mugwa praise. Crumb is glad to see they are back safely.
Mugwa praise, Shepherd Crumb, kind soul. How are the wounded?
Not well. Nagak and Tap will not live to see the next sundown. Higrak might mend, or he might not.
Might not. But Crumb told him he would be fine.
Sometimes a bit of hope and trust is enough to heal the worst of wounds. What of the devouring? Is it ready?
Almost. The Bonekin need a few more things.
Very well. Let Crumb know if he can help.
Tell Akrog, has Crumb seen Little Blood? Noak.
Strange. No, Crumb has seen him not. But he was very upset about their sire the whole day. Poor Noag. He still thought Ken lived forever.
Akrog will see if he can comfort him.
He should. Though this would have happened one day. Kin dies, and there is nothing a troll can do. It is a painful lesson they all must learn. And even though a troll should treat every moonkin as kin, it is no secret that the death of a trusted one or same blood can hurt more.
Either way, they need to find Little Blood. Has Crumb any idea where he went?
No, but he is sure he went not far. They should look in the jungle.
All right. Sharp tusks and thick hide, Crumb.
Let Zaska get a proper look.
Moving now. Let Akrog...
Ah, chieftain back. Good. What he need?
Akrog needs Zeramak to shape something. To crush...
What he need?
What on Urgath is this? This way?
He might be old, but his tusks are still sharp.
Come on, Krazek. He is strong. He can beat this.
Should be Nerbok. Akrok too young. Also, could Took know why they call him Blood Hexer? 'Cause he uses hex power to control Little Moon blood. take more to be chieftain.
He has gift of spirits.
Oh, Mugwa be praised. He hear voices in wind. Good for him.
This looks interesting.
Oh,
Ibrak, Kutuk, the blood for the tribe for the blood.
Elder Greyfur, chosen chieftain Akrog. The blood for the tribe for the blood. Hunter Zazka.
I Kutuk, I Ibrak. How wonderful to see them.
What are they doing out here? Scouting?
I, Master Anug, tell them about strange sparkles in the jungle, so they go see.
there's nothing here, though.
Strange sparkles. What meant, Anuk?
Ibrak and Kutuk asked themselves the same thing. He say the air wavy, like over a fire.
Gregoire, any idea what that could be?
Maybe X-Power. Hard to say.
Green spot mushrooms, maybe. They make the nearby air wavy.
Could be. It is true.
Speaking of I, Master Anuk, where is he? He was not in the camp.
East of the cradle with few others. They say Crumb's beaks find nest of araks out there. Good for eating.
What sorts?
Kutuk no sure.
Let them pray to Magua. They are blood fiends, then. Their flesh is the most nourishing.
Akrog heard them speak about him. Ibrak thinks Nurbok should have been chosen chieftain, and not Akrog.
He must hear wrong.
Well, that is enough to convince Zazka.
Shut up, small tusk, or Ibrak will make ugly face even uglier.
Kin harms kin not. Now speak true, or stay silent.
What he want Ibrak to say if they heard all?
Nothing. But Akrog will say this. He knows he is not as strong as his sire yet, but he will earn the Moonkin's respect.
Ibrak sees.
Good. Now, another question. Have they seen Little Blood?
He not? They see someone go through bushes up north, but they think it one of Zaramak's scrappers. Now that Akrog say it, he probably too tall for scrapper.
Tall sounds about right. Let them hope he did nothing foolish. All right, they will leave now. There are
Sharp tusks and thick hide.
What is that?
next.
Only fools challenge the Moonkin.
Interesting. Probably. Let Zazka get a proper look.
On his way.
What on Urgath is this?
Crush! They here?
Noak, quick.
Afraid of an old troll? They should be.
squish!
Let Akrog.
They see Noak strong. He make Eric go squish. He do same for Brittlebone, who killed Sire. All them.
As long as he leaves a handful for Zaska.
Zaska get 5. Noak 5T.
50. Why is Noak out here alone? It is dangerous.
Maybe for old Grumph. No for Noak. He's strong.
He is, but he's also the Moonblood, and the tribe needs him. Hunter Eric was killed by a wild wyvern just a few sundowns ago. What?
Noak not Eric. And tribe like Noak cause he's strong. How he can stay strong if he always hiding in his shelter?
This is not about hiding. It is about being strong together with the tribe. It is true, Little Blood can crush many Erics alone, but he will still only be one troll. The Moonkin together, though, they could crush all the Erics on Urgith.
Noak understand. But tribe need be stronger then, lots stronger. So next hunter attack, they will crush them all and build shelter from their bones and feed their flesh to the Moonkin cubs.
Mugwa septic utters Noag. Take a deep breath. The hunters are not here.
But will be. And if Noak been stronger last time, Sire would still be here and
Oh, Little Blood. Calm. Be calm. It is not his fault Sire is dead.
Is. Everyone say Noak Moonblood. Noak blessed because he's so strong, but he not. When hunters came, he can do nothing. Nothing.
And neither could Akrog, or anyone. Noak is a Moonblood, it is true, but Sire was a First Blood, 10 times stronger than even Nurbok. It is good to grieve kin, and it can be good to be angry. But Little Blood must not let this anger turn into despair, else he will one day do something bad.
Sire always say the same thing. Big Blood right. Noak sorry. He be calm now.
It's all right, Noag. They all understand. So we just went out here to show the tribe he is strong and to unleash his anger?
No, not only. He needs something from the Eric. It's... how say... guts?
Should Zaska dare to ask why?
It's a prize for Crumple Noak make with Zeramak. Noak can take guts, Big Blood?
Sure, but he will accompany them afterwards. It is better this way.
What next?
This looks interesting.
Wrap them! They go back to Zeramak now?
Soon.
Noak go!
Head towards certain doom? Sure, why not?
Moonblood, he is back. It is true. Crumple!
Little Noak.
Noak needs so Crumple something, but later.
Interesting.
Moonblood! Mugwa prays he's safe! Zeramak out in wild to find Eric Gert. But he should have been Moonblood. No ag no need be sorry to lowly.
The Moonkin need to craft a tooth.
Tooth?
No. The holy weapon for the devouring. They have the pointy end, they just need a brittle bone pierce stick with hex power.
Ah, the cave, true. It locked, but the scrappers find shiny
A key.
Not yet, because there are Erics and other creatures. But Chieftain and Grungwar strong. They can squish them. Maybe they take little Moonblood too? He's so strong.
Maybe. Speaking of Little Blood, has Zeramak seen him?
Bit ago he have, but not now. Maybe he sleep in shelter?
Akrog will look. Either way, they will be back with the brittle bone pierce stick. Zeramak should stay ready.
He will. Oh, and Slig? Best ask now.
The chosen chieftain might be able to help Slig, if he has time. Just come and talk to him when he can.
All right. Zeramak said the cave is to the north. And let them keep an eye out for Little Blood.
Trusted one gets used to the chieftain's speak quite quickly.
As he should. Grungwal will go there.
Scrapper Slig Stoutheart. He wanted to speak with Akrog?
It is true, chosen chieftain. Slig knows this is a strange time to be asking him for a favor, but...
He has, it is true. And what sort of help is needed this time?
Oh, the usual. Slig needs to bring back as much scrap as he can, so that he and the Master Scrapper can keep up with the need for weapons, armor, and all that stuff.
He needs Akrog to carry scrap?
No. Just shield Slig while he finds what they need. He gets so carried away with sorting that he would not even hear Mugwa's cub if it came sneaking up behind him. There is a crumbling brittlebone place southeast of here, where Slig might find some lovely scrap.
He knows. He was there not...
Perfect. So, has the chosen chieftain time to help Slig, just like in the good old days?
He has not really the time, but... he cannot say no to Slig. What is his plan?
Mugwar prays. The chosen chieftain is so kind. Slig will meet chosen chieftain Akrog outside the brittlebone room.
It had better not.
All right. He will see him soon.
That way.
Can a troll not rest for a moment?
Time to move on.
Chosen chieftain, over here.
Slig, there he is.
What on
It was good of chosen chieftain Akrog to come. Is he ready to shield Slig?
He's ready.
Oh, wonderful. Let them see how much lovely scrap is waiting for them in there.
You find out.
Mugwar's tusks! Look at this place! Slig's not sure where to start.
Slig should keep his voice down. He was right not to come here alone. Akrog is sure there are enemies around every corner.
Slig cannot promise to be calm, chosen chieftain, but he will try.
Akrog likes not this place. He wonders what happened to the Brittlebones who lived here.
Slig cannot spend all day worrying about things like that. He has got scrap to find.
Zazga is
Moving now.
Let Grungwa take a closer look.
Keep those Araks away from Slig.
Worry not. Akrog will crush them. Just get that scrap.
He will. Ah, this makes a nice change from all the thinking Slig has been doing lately.
What thinks he about?
Slig will tell him if he promises to keep crushing those Araks. Well, Slig likes to think about the trolls he knows. And the ones he has known.
Has Slig lost someone close to him too?
It is true. But not as recently as the chosen chieftain, of course. Slig likes to remember his old friend Zanuck.
Zanuck? Akrog knows not that name.
They had been friends since they were cubs. Slig will never forget the day when Zanuck asked him to be his trusted one.
What happened to him?
The blood rot took him. He got hurt out in the swamps, and it seemed like he was getting better. But then, the rot took over and he was gone. Slig was with him when he died. He hoped Zanuck knew he was there.
Together, to the very end. That is the promise trusted ones make. Akrog is sorry Slig lost him, and in such a way.
Chosen chieftain speaks true. Anyway, there is no time for moping. There is scrap to be found.
If he insists. Moving on. Going now.
Slig thinks this might be the last of it. Rotten Araks again!
Akrog will take care of them. Is he nearly done?
Slig is a fast worker, chosen chieftain. They can head back in a flash. Unless he is not in a hurry to return.
Well, there is just so much to take care of. He would like to help Slig for longer, but
duty calls. Slig understands. It cannot be like the old times anymore. Not once he is chieftain. The chieftain can still have fun, though. He should not forget.
He will try not to. At least Little Blood is good at reminding Akrog to be less serious.
But that is good. Noag Moonblood makes them all smile. He is such a sweet troll behind that thick hide and those strong arms. The tribe is lucky to have a troll like him who can bring joy and hope.
Noag bring joy? Was that good?
It is true. Noag Moonblood always makes Slig's day brighter. Now Slig really cannot carry anymore. He will run back to Zara.
That was actually quite fast work.
It would have been a lot slower if Slig needed to fight those Araks first.
It was no trouble. Well,
a little trouble. Sounds like
he will.
What is needed of him?
Let Akrog see.
What on earth?
Akrog is glad to see Slig made it back safely with such a burden. Was Master Scrapper Zeramak?
Very much. He and Slig are
They are welcome. Maybe it helped out.
Look, once the burial is done and he is used to being chieftain, he should let Slig cook a meal for him. Slig owes him something tasty for giving up his time on such a day.
Akrog would like that. Remind him.
It is a deal. Sharp tusks.
Sharp tusks and thick hides, Slig.
On his way.
Go there, if he insists. Going now. Interesting. Probably. What this?
Bloodburn. That was the name of the hex plague that had caused the rot 600 moons ago. It came from a land far across the water, and its bite was felt by the races in different ways. Elves were barely affected. Brittle bones died slowly. Green skins quickly and brutally. The blood burn was weak.
All right. A tiny pierce stick with hex power, Gabrak said. Let them find it.
And keep their crush sticks ready. Zeramak said there were beasts.
Akrog is listening.
Why must they plague the Moonkin?
They messed with the wrong tribe.
Afraid of those trolls? They should be. Grandwall can help.
Akrog is ready.
Ready for action. Can Saska help?
This looks interesting.
The tribe must survive! Get away from Saska! Go join the worms!
May not curse them.
No, I'll go look. No, I'll go there. There. So much shiny things.
Grungwar has any idea who lived here? Hunters?
Nah. They hunt for the shiny things, so they would not leave them here. Maybe robbers. Brittlebones who crush and steal from other brittlebones.
This way?
Only fools challenge the Moonkin.
Over here.
This looks interesting.
You find out.
No! No touching! Fat troll hands don't touch Zippet's gold! No!
Calm, Noag. Just a tiny spirit, Greenskin. It is harmless.
Harmless! Zippet will show the fat brutes harmless. You see these bones, yes? They were two adventurers who starved to death because Zippet kept the magic walls up for 100 years.
The Moonkin care not about the shiny things, but they need something with hex power.
Hex what?
Magic.
Oh, you mean an artifact, yes? Fine. Zippet doesn't want to stay here for 100. Zippet gives you one of his artifacts.
Fine.
Yes, yes! Now give Zippet the gold!
What is this?
Oh, beautifuls, come back to Zippet, yes!
Why Treasure Goblin was dead and still talk, Grumph? No, I think Mugwort take it.
Nah, only troll kind. The other races have their own ways of finding the moon.
Just get out of here, okay? This place gives me the creeps.
Big Blood Will? He looked strange.
It is just... he has been...
The gift of spirits?
It is true, but this is the second time in a day.
Maybe the cradle makes Akrog's gift stronger?
Grungwar thinks not. His own gifts are
Well, now is not the time to think. Let them try this key, so they can bring the...
And Ericut! They need give Zaramek Ericut! Still not sure if Zaska wants to know what this surprise is. And Zaska will see! Troll not rest for a moment.
What this?
There! Artifact! Now they go back?
He is going. May Mugwa guide his hands. Mugwa, help us.
No mess with Noak. Noak go look. Moving on. Head towards certain doom. Sure, why not?
Afraid of an old troll? They should be.
Feel the might of the Moon King!
What is that?
He is going.
In that direction?
Moving on. Go!
He is on his way.
Zaska can find out. Look.
All right. Let them bring this to Zaramek. They must complete the devouring before
It will all work out. Grungwa feels it. Mugwa smiles upon them.
Wonderful. Then what could go wrong?
Why, Zaska? Why must he always blaspheme? Zaska knows how difficult his role in the tribe is. Wants everyone to shun him.
Wait. Zaska's jokes are why they like him not? He always thought they were just jealous of his pretty face.
Zaska's face no pretty? Or is?
Mugwa's miraculous utters. If only Noag knew. All the does are itching to mate with Zaska.
Zaska is avoiding the question.
No. Zaska is just not in the mood for being questioned by an old, ailing troll.
Fine. If Zaska wants to stay an outcast among kin, then so be it. Just say not that Grimoire tried not to help him.
Sure. Pure, holy elder Grimoire Oldfur only wanted to help.
Grimoire is not trusted one Zazka's enemy, and he should know that.
Sure.
What is wrong with Zazka?
It must be the weather.
Has it to do with the scheming?
Marquez utters no. Now can they please just get back to what they were doing?
They can speak of this later.
Zazka could not agree more.
What can he do for the tribe? Grimoire will go there. Time to move on.
If he insists.
What on earth?
Ah, chieftain back. Good, good. What he need?
Akrog needs Zeramak to shape something.
What he need? Zeramak, old hide, he have it still. Here, chieftain, Mugwa's tooth.
Akrog thanks, Zeramak. To Cabrax, then. Oh, and Zeramak's scrappers can search the cave now. It is safe.
But need give Zeramak Eric things first.
Right.
Ah, chieftain back. Good, good. What he need?
Little blood?
True.
It smells as nice as the...
True, could work. Can chieftain give Zeramak moment? Ah, look, pretty. Like Zeramak.
What is this? A hammer?
A songbone, like greenskin slave drums. But this one makes long sounds like an iron beak's call.
They mean music?
It is true. This is for Crumb, then, Noag. What is the occasion?
All right.
What should he do? He go there.
Let Akrog see.
Where was Noag? Crumb. Make something for Crumple.
Just show him.
A song would. No, a song. Zeramak helped Noag make it. And he, well, Crumple always...
Oh, spit it out already.
It's true. That is very kind of Noag. Crumb will...
Well, it is settled then. Shepherd Crumb, kind soul, and Moonblood Noag just...
Noag, thanks.
Calm, little blood. You can speak with Crumple again later.
His same blood is right. But Crumb thanks Noag again. He will start making sounds as soon as he can. If these old fingers allow it, that is.
fine. Zaska will stop. This way?
You will be blood. Mugwa praise!
What is this?
Ha! Look at this! Well. Noak truly, and Grungwa says he has no signs of the rot at all.
None. He's not even old enough to hunt yet, but already stronger than some warriors by his 5th year. Grungwa believes he will grow even bigger. Chieftain Narjak aside.
Well, then Cabrax hopes Noak will sire many cubs. Perhaps one with a Bone King, though.
Noak is standing right here, they know.
It is just mating. So, have the Moonkin shed the...
Akrog has it.
Let Cabrax see.
How can it be the Bonekin have not been cursed by...
That is a good question. One Cabrax...
And?
That the cradle protected them. It is the only explanation. There were a few Bonekin whose flesh was cursed, but they were all wanderers who spent many
This makes sense. Then perhaps...
Cabrax and the Seers thought the same thing. That is why they allowed...
She helped them not.
Cabrax is certain she tried, but she could not. All 4 are now floating in the moonlit river.
Akrog knows they have spoken of this before, but is there truly no way the Bonekin...
That all kin see the chosen chieftain devour the... But there were enough fools in the tribe who wanted the Moonkin not to come here as it is. Rot a dozen chosen Moonkin warriors, and the elders of the tribe can...
Of course. Akrog understands. Akrog has been meaning to ask this. Why is the Bonekin tribe so small?
And what good would that do? Look around, Akrog. This shrine is not big.
They could build shelters around it.
True, maybe they could. But they would be harder to shield against enemies of the tribe and draw more attention to the cradle. Also, it was never the Bonekin's calling to grow big. They are the guardians of the cradle, the servants of Mugwa. No more.
The Moonkin's great warrior, Nurbok, fears the tribe being here will draw the Tusk Hunters near.
Cabrax fears.
And yet, he agreed.
And he told Akrog why. The brittle bone hunters are dangerous.
Words worthy of a chieftain. Also remember there are no signs of hunters wide and far.
They speak true. Here, will this do?
It should. Follow them inside.
He is going.
The air here makes Zaska's hide prickle.
This is nonsense! Why Ernok?
Because that is what Mugwa decided. Nurab must move on and choose a new trusted one.
Who then gets killed by the rot? The hunters? Or some stupid ritual? It is all so pointless, Ernok. The Moonkin will never find peace. Never! This looks interesting.
Chosen Chieftain Akrog Bloodhexer.
Mugwa praise Bloodgiver Almec Softtusk. Is he...
Bloodgiver? All his life, Ernok was a healer. He became Bloodgiver. The Rot Mugwa! Rot the Nurab! Nurab cannot...
Just when Anuk has accepted his fate, his trusted one will not. What can he do, Chosen Chieftain? He wants not to leave Nurab like this. Bitter and broken.
Is there anything Akrog can do?
How about a soul charm? It is a stone with hex power. If the Moonkin found a soul charm for Anuk, he could...
Anuk would like that. But he...
Anuk gives his life for the devouring. So this is the least of them.
Anuk thanks Grungwa.
Where can they find a soul charm?
Cabrax told Grungwa that the kin hoard them.
All right.
Going now.
Keep moving.
Let Akrog see. Interesting. Moving now.
Probably. Find out.
What is this? Magua prays. He is chosen...
Thingkeeper Neek knows him.
How knows he?
Oh, be no fool. Every troll knows the cub of Chieftain Narjak Firstborn. And his same Neek must say he expected something else. Akrog looks not yet like a chieftain to me. Let alone the one to follow Narjak first.
It is true, Akrog is not...
So easy to shake. Be careful, Akrog, or Ken might... Either way, what came he here for?
This is the Bonekin's treasure, is it not? Why keep so many Brittlebone things?
So the Brittlebones find them not. Everything out there with hex power is a thing the Brittlebones can use to untusk trolls.
Akrog understands. Akrog wonders if the Bonekin have a soul charm. The Moonkin's blood giver. He would like one for, well, his trusted one.
Soul charm? The Brittlebone boxes that can trap a voice, no?
It is true. They are small spheres, silver like the moon, and...
Neek knows what they look like. And it is true. They have one, here.
What want the Bonekin in return?
Nothing. The Moonkin Bloodgiver makes a great sacrifice. If this keeps the dark thoughts away from his trusted one, Neek is glad to help.
Akrog thanks Neek. Sharp tusks and thick hide. Akrog must leave. Let Akrog see.
Chosen chieftain.
Akrog never asked. Why is Arnak called Soft Tusk?
Akrog speaks true. They are not. Anuk's same blood Jag gave him.
Jag. Grunwa knows this name not.
That surprises Anuk not. Anuk said farewell to Jag many moons ago. And he is in the Moonlit River now, along with their sires. They were just cubs when they lost their sires, so they noticed not. But when they were grown, Anuk's same blood took care of Anuk.
But why call Ernux?
Because he always said Anuk's heart is too soft to be a warrior. Anuk never liked killing a boar, even if he knew it was right because he needed to feed the tribe. That is why he became a healer. Like Shepherd Crumb Kind Soul. There, he can mend flesh and not destroy it. Could that is. Anuk will mend no more.
Akrog is sorry. Here. The Bonekin gave Akrog this soul charm.
Anuk likes it. How works it?
And the hex inside will trap him.
Anuk is with Mugwa now, and he will be there when Nurab joins him in the moonlit river.
Will he bring Nurab the soul charm now?
Anuk would like Akrog to bring it to him. After the devouring, when Anuk is gone.
Why? Nurab his trusted one.
Very true, Moonblood Noag. But seeing Nurab now would only make Anuk weak again. He has said all that needed to be said. Now, it is time for him to do Anuk. Make all this death mean something. Save the Moonkin, no matter the price.
You will lead the way. Moving now.
Keep moving.
Back, Moonkin. This is...
Quiet, Grog. This chosen chieftain Akrog Bloodhexer, Narjak, and he...
The second born and the moonblood of the tribe. Noag.
Huh. Still just a cub. And bigger than Neok. Why Akrog come here? He want to honor his sire's flesh?
It is true. Akrog still cannot understand why the firstborn blood protected.
No arrows, it is true. But the throwing spike of a brittle-boned stick-flinger could. The firstborn blood only made him...
That throwing spike should not have hit.
No.
If Mugwa will not guide Narjak into the moonlit river until the devouring, where is his soul now?
Waiting in the earth. When devouring done, Mugwa take soul and bring it to Moonlit River.
Akrog knows Zazka respected Narjak like no other. Is there anything he wants to say?
He is dead, trusted one. Zazka can say all he wants, but Narjak will never hear it.
Akrog wishes...
Understandable. But there is a good reason a troll cub belongs to and is raised by the tribe, and...
A troll must not favor his offspring over his other kin, Akrog knows. Still, they had only just started hunting together. Akrog just wishes he had known him better. Akrog should go.
Sharp tusks and thick hide.
What on Urgath is
Well then, time for the preparations.
The summoning of Mugwa's cub.
No need to look like a beak shat on his head, Akrog. Summoning Mugwa's cub is a great honor. He should be smiling.
A moonkin and a bonekin have to die for the ritual.
Gabrax told him why. It is an honorable way to die. Being worked to death is but giving one's blood so that Mugwa's cub can take the fabled chieftain Narjak firstborn into the moonlit river. That is an honorable way to die.
Cabrix speaks true. Anuk's trusted one will have dark thoughts for a long time. But Anuk...
So Noag's sire can go in peace, and trusted one Akrog can be the...
The Bloodgivers are already here, are they not? What else is...
Prepare the rest of the offering, of course. Wood, food, and crushed stone. Tradition demands for the Devoured One's tribe to gather them. But if Akrog wants, the Bone King can do it instead. He knows the Moonkin are weary.
They are weary, it is true. But the Moonkin will...
Words of a future chieftain. Return when the Moonkin workers have built the gathering dens, then.
Magua praise.
Grunwa is ready.
All right. The workers are preparing the...
Scrap! Just have the Moonkin scrappers search the cradle. Then comes the blood-giving.
How works the blood-giving exactly? Two blood-givers must offer their lives to Mugwa. Zazka knows that. But how?
It is complicated. Of the two blood-givers, one is the sacrifice, and the other the vessel. The vessel devours the sacrifice, then spills his own blood at the foot of the holy stone.
Elder Grimoire Greyfur is as wise as they say.
What mean devour?
Eat. So he means the vessel must eat the sacrifice's flesh?
Like chosen chieftain Akrog will eat his sire's flesh at the ceremony. It is true. Cabrax told both Bloodgiver Urnuk, the sacrifice, and Bloodgiver Itzka, the vessel, what they should do. Akrog should speak to them once he is ready to make the offering.
He will. Sharp tusks and thick hide. What is this?
No one go there?
A building is done.
Be ready.
Ready for action.
They take care of it. Be not worried.
He helped tribe.
What should he do? On his way.
More scrap for him. He helped tribe. What is that?
Close enough.
What is it?
Blood-giver Itzka will give his life tonight. He wishes not to die with...
The rot can only be passed on through blood, not from troll.
That is what every fool believes. Itzka wants his flesh to be pure when he offers it to Muk. Now, why is the chosen chieftain speaking to Itzka? He wants to be alone with his thoughts.
Akrog came to offer his thanks.
Thanks? Itzka does this for Mug. Is the Blood Guard waiting?
Blood Guard?
Cabrex has not told him yet. The tradition demands that the Moonkin bring 3 strong warriors to protect the pyre.
Akrog understands. He will take care of it.
He should. Itzka will meet him at the Holy Stone.
He is going.
You work now.
Be ready.
They take care of it. He don't worry.
The building is done.
More scrap for him. He helped tribe. What next?
that way.
What next?
Get ready. Here. Moving.
Not here! Towards certain doom. No, sure. Go. Why not?
Let Akrog see. Chosen Chieftain. Has he spoken to the...
He has.
Good. Then the summoning may start. First, Akrog will have to place the... Then the vessel must devour the sacrifice. Then spill his blood at the foot of the holy stone. Once this has been done, Mugwa's cub will rise from...
Will Cabrax guide the ritual?
No, this is the chosen chief...
Akrog understands. Akrog is stopping.
In that direction?
Chosen Chieftain. Is it time?
And Itzka is too.
Is there anything?
Just bring Nurab the soul.
Akrog understands. Itzka?
No.
It is time.
Strange.
What is?
That it would end this way. Anuk thought about how he would die.
Itzka will honor Anuk's...
Akrog will be a good chieftain. Anuk feels it.
At his service. Now the devouring.
Sharp tusks and thick hide. May Mugwar bless this meal.
Hey, it is done. Make the offerings, speak the words, then Itzka will do his duty.
What now? More trouble?
He's needed.
What now?
Akrog is listening.
He go there. No, I'll go look.
By the golden, shiny, holy hide! Tell Cabrax not! This is not beautiful, Akrog. Tell him not.
Will it? Akrog means...
Chosen Chieftain Akrogs, of course.
Then the devouring can begin.
It is true. Speak the words, then Cabrax will light the pyre. Is Akrog ready?
He is.
Then call in the Moonkin's chosen warriors. Cabrax will brew the embalming liquid. Then the devouring begins.
And so, Elder Grungwa Greyfur gives Chieftain Narjuk Firstborn's flesh to his cub, the chosen chieftain. Not only so he may become the new chieftain, not only so his blood stays in the tribe forever, but to honor Magua, the moon goddess who, through all these struggles, still smiles on trollkind. Magua prays. Do it, chosen chieftain. Devour the heart.
The tribe. Shield the tribe.
Sire.
And the devouring is complete. With Magwa's blessing, Akrog Blood Hexer is now Chieftain of the Moonkin. Speak, Chieftain. Speak loud and speak proud.
The hunters have taken so much from the Moonkin.
Wait!
What?
Something is wrong. They...
Hunters! Zazka is listening. Going now.
Put down the grunters!
What? Fight back! The cub will crush them! Brutes! Bloody brutes! Fight them back! Fight for Mugwa!
Crush them now! Time to make pay!
Scryer, do it! Cast the spell!
Mugwa's others.
He is on his way.
They not hurt me, blood! He go there.
That way.
You find out.
This is pointless!
What is he talking?
No, they will not. Tusks. There are hundreds of them out there. Cabras can sense it. And they killed the cub with a single hex.
He speaks true, Chieftain. They need to flee.
Fine. But they will not...
Holy hide! Spare Cabrax the words! The Bonekin will never leave the cradle. Never! Now go!
What is...
What happened? Where are they?
Still near the cradle. This must have been a teleport hex, like the hunters used to get into the cradle. They...
More hunters. Cabrax was right.
To the tribe camp. Now.
Hope that spell worked. That thing was bloody terrifying.
Don't worry, it will. Itras is the best mage in the Corps.
Still, it is a Titan. And that fight has been going on for a while now.
Ah, you worry too much. Those tusks are ours.
Ellen's reigns!
No hurt, Moonkin!
Feel the light of the Moonkin!
Can a troll not rest for a moment?
He is going. Is that...
Blood-giver Anuk's trusted one, Norab. He will never get the soul charm.
To the tribe camp. Now.
Magua help them.
Moving now.
This looks interesting.
Look who has arrived. Stop, Nurbok.
Crumb speaks true.
Akrog understands not. The eyes said there were...
It is hard to explain. It is true that the beaks and the eyes see no hunters. But when this morning, Anugan eyes see sparkles from the bushes.
A teleport hex, just like in the...
When Anug find out, he run back to the tribe camp, but it was too late. He is sorry.
Anug is not to blame.
It was Chieftain Akra.
The small tusk is the last one to tell Nurbok what to do.
Quiet. Tusks, maybe Akrog made a mistake, but now is not the time to fight. Kin died, again. And more will die if the Moonkin stay here and wait for the hunters to finish crushing the cradle. They need to leave. Now.
Powerful words. And where plans this great leader to take the Moonkin? Right into the next ambush?
He knows not, but they will work something out.
Maybe there is no need to. Nurbok remembers when he said Zazka was making schemes again? Well, it is true. For the past moon, he has been meeting with a brittle bone.
A brittle bone?
That is what Zazka just said. And no, he has not betrayed them. even though that is what they all believe he is just waiting to do. This brittle bone, he has a plan that would not just help the tribe crush the—
Cure the rot? How?
And there is the catch. The Moonkin must resurrect a fallen god.
Ever since they crossed the water to start a new life on Urgath, Mugwa had smiled upon her trolls. In their darkest times, though, her smile was sometimes forgotten. The blood rot, the hunters, the slavers, they were not so easy to forget. But as long as Mugwa